your thing here, bud. Nobody's any better at this than you are.
Have fun. Take a deep breath.
Give them hell at the end. Good luck to you.
Fight like hell like we do every week. You are the best here.
Brett, be affirmative.
You told me to get on.
Info. Ready. Ready. Go slow. Green, green, green. Lock it down, lock it down.
I'm destroyed, and I just got drove through like 6 times by the 14th. What the f*** is he thinking? That is the stupidest thing I've seen in my career. Literally.
Everything you described is accurate. Haven't even finished the second stage yet. Half the field's wrecked.
Hell yeah!
11 got it. Rowdy there, Matt. Good job, pal. Thanks, man. Good job all day. Great work, my man. Great work.
Keep putting yourself in position. We'll win our share, right? We got one back today, brother. Good job.
10-4. Great job, guys.
Hey, welcome back to another week of Racing in the Draft. My name is Mark. Thanks for joining in. We get to go to a new track this week. Well, a new old track. First time for the Cup Series. Truex and Xfinity have ran here for almost 10 years, from 2001 when the track was built to 2011, and then it went silent. And for the last 10 years, it's been a place for, I think it's Nissan, to hold cars in the parking lot while they were being shipped out, and for Rusty Wallace to have racing experiences at the track. Other than that, it's pretty much sat dormant until this year. And Cup has returned, and with that, Xfinity and Truex also have returned. But let's kind of get into last week's breakdown of the optimal lineup from the All-Star race. Interesting is the first place finisher from that race, because we really didn't have any true dominator points going on. First place did not make the optimal lineup. Kyle Larson, once again, showed that he's probably one of the best drivers in the Cup Series currently. And he started on the pole. He got moved around because how they inverted the field from segment to segment, but he ended up coming back and beating out Brad Keselowski and his teammates for the All-Star win and $1 million. Good for him. Chase Elliott's team ended up winning the Pit Crew Challenge Award, getting them $100,000. So, man, Hendrick Motorsports is on a tear right now. I probably expect similar results potentially this weekend. They're so dominant and so good right now that it's a hard bet to go against them. But since we're going to a track that most of these drivers have never been to, especially Kyle Larson, not that that really matters a whole lot to him, because he's really good at these mile and a half D-shaped oval style tracks, that I expect him to probably finish fairly well. This week we do have qualifying, we do have practice, so as we go through the driver by driver breakdown, once again, don't have any way to let you know about place differentials this week, so make sure that you're tuning into practice and qualifying to make that recommendation on your own. Typically you want to find the guys that run well, that are, have what I call the power ranking from the algorithm, and if they are starting towards the back, they're probably going to work their way up front, and ones that are starting in 1 through 5 that are on the top of the power ranking are probably going to be your dominators. So that's how we need to look at this week, so please pay attention to practice and qualifying before making any decisions on your DraftKings lineup. But I did not add, because the All-Star race was not a points-paying race, I did not add the optimal lineup winners into the season-long contest. So we stayed right where we are. I think that sheet's actually wrong, but whatever. I didn't update it, didn't do anything with it. So let's kind of take a look at Nashville real quick. So, because we don't have any history in the Cup Series for these guys, I had to take a conglomeration of all the tracks that are somewhat similar, because Nashville is kind of a beast on its own, kind of like Dover. There's nothing kind of like Dover out there. Mile-long, concrete, high-banked track that we don't run anything else like it. I mean, probably the next closest is Bristol, but it's a half mile, so you can't really compare the two of them. Darlington is that egg-shaped oval, high-banked, high tire wear track. You know, same thing with Miami Homestead. It's mile and a half, high tire wear, aggressive banking. You know, so then we also take Atlanta, look at Atlanta, which is kind of it's the mile and a half, big tire wear track, and Kansas being super fast, which Nashville is going to also be a very fast track. But Nashville is a 1.33 mile track, intermediate, 14-degree banking in the turns. Race length is going to be 300 laps. Tire wear is going to be optimal because it's a concrete surface all the way around. They're doing what they can to kind of put some resin into the concrete, so the tire wear is a little bit less minimal, but it's still going to be something that will be to be watched for. Race length is 300 laps. Dominator points will come into play this week at 210. Laps led will equal 75, and fast laps will equal 135. All right, what you all came for. Driver by driver breakdown. Kyle Larson at the top of the heap as expected, 11,800. We don't know his starting position. He does have a power ranking of first, taking into account those 5 tracks that we just discussed a moment ago. And that will be how most of this power ranking is figured out, and along with the current last 10 race scenario, which I think Kyle Larson has been pretty dominant in the last 10. So with that being said, Kyle Larson, in the breakdown of the 5 tracks that I had just shown, Kyle Larson has 1 win, 5 top 5s. Finished second, then first. 5 top 5s, 108.9 DraftKings average, and a 2.2 average finish in those 5. And this will be Kyle Larson's first time to Nashville. Next in line, Chase Elliott, 10,700. Power ranking of 9. Does not have any win in those last 5. And he has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 4 top 20s, a 30.1 DraftKings average, and a 15th place average finish. And this will be Chase Elliott's first time at Nashville. Next in line, Martin Truex Jr., 10,400, has 2 wins at the tracks that I put into play for this race. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 5 top 20s, an 84.1 DraftKings average, and a 4.0 average finish. Power ranking second this week. First driver who has had 5 races in the Xfinity Series back when they were running that prior to 2011 when it shut down. His best finish is second, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. Next in line, we got Denny Hamlin, 10,100, power ranking 4 this week. And in the tracks that we're looking at to compare, he has 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 5 top 20s, a 43.2 DraftKings average, and a 6.2 average finish. Denny has raced at Nashville in the Xfinity Series 5 times. His best finish is third, along with 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 5 top 20s. So you want to take into account these guys. They're familiar with the track, the layout, how it runs, how to get on and off pit road. Not that the other drivers who have not been here haven't been practicing in their sim rigs and on iRacing and those types of things, but you know, that can only get you so far. Real world experience does play a factor, and it was also 10 years ago, so take that into account. Cars were completely different, tires were completely different, but the track still is going to be the same. Kyle Busch next in line, 9,900, ranking of 7. Does not have any wins in the 5 tracks I compared. 3 top 5s though, 4 top 10s, and 4 top 20s, a 42.3 DraftKings average, and 9.6 average finish. Kyle does have quite a bit of experience here at Nashville with 10 Xfinity starts with 1 win, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 8 top 20s. And he does have 2 truck starts here, and both of those were wins. So Kyle Busch has 12 total starts at Nashville. Something to kind of keep in mind. Next in line, we've got William Byron at 9,700. I'm not even sure William Byron was born when this place was built. No, I think he was. He may have been 2 or 3. But power ranking of 3 this week. He has been on a tear, as we know, with I don't even know how many top 10s so far this season, but a lot. In the 5 tracks that we're comparing this to, William Byron does have 1 win, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, 60.7 DraftKings average, and a 5.0 average finish. Once again, William Byron's never been to Nashville. Brad Keselowski next in line, 9,500, 12th on the power ranking. Does not have any wins in the comparison tracks, 1 top 5, 1 top 10, and 3 top 20s, a 28.0 DraftKings average, and a 17.2 average finish. Brad has been here in the Xfinity car 10 times. He has 2 wins in Xfinity, 7 top 5, 7 top 10s, and 8 top 20s. He's raced the trucks here twice, best finish of 18th, and only 1 top 20, but 12 total starts in Nashville. Keep that in mind. Experience does have something to play. Alex Bowman next in line, 9,300. Power ranking of 5 this week. Does have 1 win in our comparison tracks with 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s, a 48.7 DraftKings average, and 11.4 average finish. This will be Alex Bowman's first trip to Nashville. Kevin Harvick, 9,100, that really cool Grave Digger car. His son actually helped design that car for Father's Day, and it was quite cool to watch him unveil that for his dad as a Father's Day kind of present. Pretty cool. Go watch the video. It's out on Twitter or YouTube and everywhere else. So, 8th on the power ranking. No wins in the 5 tracks we are comparing. 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, and 5 top 20s. A 32.5 DraftKings average, 9.4 average finish. Xfinity, he's raced here in Nashville 4 separate times. He does have 2 wins in the Xfinity Series here. 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. And in the trucks, he's got 1 start, and he finished 2nd. So 5 total starts here at Nashville. Next in the line, Joey Logano, 8,900. 11th on the power ranking. No wins, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 4 top 20s in the comparison tracks that we're looking at. 27.9 DraftKings average and a 13.4 average finish. He has raced here in the Xfinity Series 4 times with 1 win. It was actually his first ever win in the Xfinity Series was here. 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 3 top 20s. And so he's got more than, he only has 4 starts here, not 10. All right, next in line, Ryan Blaney, 8,700, 6th on this power ranking. In the comparison tracks, he does have 1 win, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. 42.6 DraftKings average, an 11th place average finish. This will be Ryan Blaney's first start at Nashville. Tyler Reddick, 8,600, power ranking of 13 this week. No wins in our comparison tracks, but 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 3 top 20s, a 15.5 average finish, and a 26.0 DraftKings average. First time here for Tyler. Next in line, Christopher Bell, 8,400, 22nd on the power ranking and our comparison tracks. No wins, 1 top 10 and 3 top 20s with a 23.1 DraftKings average and a 16.6 average finish. Will be his first trip here to Nashville too. Kurt Busch, even though he's one of the oldest drivers, has never raced here at Nashville. I don't understand why, but hey, I mean, you know, make those rules. But Kurt Busch, 8,300, 17th on the power ranking this week. In the comparison tracks, he has 1 top 10, 3 top 20s, 15.5 DraftKings average, 22.8 average finish. Kurt's first time to Nashville. Austin Dillon, 8,100, 14th on the power ranking this week. At the comparison tracks, he has 1 top 10 and 5 top 20s, a 34.4 DraftKings average, and a 12th place average finish. In the Xfinity Series, he has raced here twice, finishing third, being his best finish. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. Trucks, he's raced here 4 times, with 1 win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. So 6 total visits to Nashville. Matt DiBenedetto, Matty D, 7,900. Power ranking of 21st this week, and he got the fan vote last week to get himself into the All-Star race. Congrats to Matty D for being a very popular driver. Didn't expect him to actually get it, but was happy to see that he got it. In the comparison tracks, he only has 3 top 20s, a 26.9 DraftKings average, and a 19.6 average finish. And he has raced here in Nashville once in the Xfinity car, and he finished 10th. Next in line, Eric Almirola, 7,700. 29th on the power ranking this week, mostly because of Stuart Haas's just lack of speed this year, and lack of luck. The only luck he's got is bad luck this year. In the comparison tracks, he has 1 top 20, a 0.7 DraftKings average, a 32.4 average finish. The only benefit to Eric this week is he has raced 4 Xfinity times with a 5th place best, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. And in the Truck Series, he has 4 total starts here, 3rd being his best finish, and 1 top 5, 2 top 10, 2 top 20s. So 8 total starts at Nashville for Eric. Next in line, Ross Chastain, 7,600, 15th on the power ranking this week. In the comparison tracks, he has 4 top 20s, a 32.4 DraftKings average, a 26.4 average finish, and this will be Ross's first time to Nashville. Next in line, Chris Buescher, 7,400, and he is starting 10th he's 10th in the power ranking. He does not have a starting spot yet. Got to practice and qualify to get that. In the comparison tracks, no top 5s, 2 top 10s, 5 top 20s, and a 38.5 DraftKings average and a 13.2 average finish. This will be Chris's first trip to Nashville. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 7,218th on the power ranking this week. In the comparison tracks, he has 5 top 20s with a 32.9 DraftKings average and a 15.2 average finish. In Xfinity, he has started at Nashville 5 times, 2nd being his best finish, with 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. So a little experience for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. here. Next in line, let's go to Cole Custer, 7,126 on the power ranking. In the comparison tracks, 1 top 10, 2 top 20s, a 20.5 DraftKings average, 22.4 average finish, and this will be Cole Custer's first time to Nashville. Next in line, Eric Jones, 6,900, 19th on the power ranking this week, and as we look at the comparison tracks, he has 1 top 10, 2 top 20s, a 28.5 DraftKings average, and a 20.2 average finish. Eric's first time to Nashville. Getting tired of me saying that yet? I'm getting tired of saying it. But Brian Newman, 6,800. This another old school driver who has never made it to Nashville. 20th on the power ranking. In the comparison tracks, he has 2 top 10s and 4 top 20s with a 34.7 DraftKings average and a 14.2 average finish. And Brian Newman's first time to Nashville. Michael McDowell, 6,600, 24th on the power ranking this week, and at the comparison tracks, he has 1 top 10, 3 top 20s, a 21.0 DraftKings average, and an 18.8 average finish. Michael does have some experience here in the Xfinity Series, racing here 4 times, 8th being his best finish, giving him 1 top 10 and 2 top 20s. Bubba Wallace, 6,500, 23rd on the power ranking this week. In the comparison tracks, he has 2 top 20s, 25.3 DraftKings average, and a 19.6 average finish. And Bubba's first time to Nashville. All right, next in line, we've got Daniel Suarez, 6,300, power ranking of 16th this week. And at the comparison tracks, Daniel has no top 5s, 1 top 10, 3 top 20s with a 29.8 DraftKings average and an 18th average finish. And this will be Daniel's first time again. All right, next in line, Chase Briscoe, 6,200, power ranking of 27 this week. And out of the comparison tracks, he has 2 top 20s, a 22.6 DraftKings average, and a 21.6 average finish. Chase's first time to Nashville. Next in line, Ryan Preece, $6,000, 25th on the power ranking, has 2 top 20s out of the comparison tracks, and a 21.9 DraftKings average and a 20.8 average finish. Ryan's first time to Nashville. Anthony Alfredo, 28th on the power ranking, and out of the comparison tracks has no top 20s, an 18.1 DraftKings average, and a 25.8 average finish. I think Anthony's actually just now really starting to figure the Cup car out, and I'm seeing improvement every week on him. So I'm expecting him to probably start climbing up the power rankings here. So Anthony may be somebody to keep an eye on, especially at a track like this when kind of the playing field's a little bit more level, because we have a lot of people for their first time here. So keep that in mind. Next in line, Corey LaJoie, 5,700, 30th on the power ranking. No top 20s in the comparison tracks, 13.0 DraftKings average, and a 30th place average finish. All right, we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel here, and we'll kind of skim through these fairly quickly, mostly highlighting some of the guys who have lots of previous experience here at Nashville, like JJ Yaley has run the Xfinity car 8 times here, with a 4th place being his best finish, but he does have 3 top 10s and 7 top 20s out of those 8 starts. Justin Haley, 5,300, first time here to Nashville, and at the comparison tracks, a 28.3 average finish. BJ McLeod has run 1 time here in the Truck Series at Nashville, and his best finish is 20th. Next in line, Garrett Smithley has never run at Nashville. Joey Gase has never run here at Nashville. I'm probably not going to run any of these guys, except for maybe some of these people who have some experience. David Starr with the most experience out of anybody in the starting field this week. Now, I probably won't have much of David unless I just absolutely have to have some savings, just mostly potentially because of his previous experience here. But I still don't recommend taking anybody in this grouping. But he does have a 29th place finish in Xfinity and 12 truck starts, and his best finish is 2nd. Josh Bilicki will be starting his first time here in Nashville, and Chad Finchen, first time here in Nashville, and no information on comparison tracks. Quinn Hoff, first time here to Nashville. All right, so what are we looking for this week? Paul Larson's going to have to be at the top of the heap, plain and simple. If he qualifies well, he could easily go out, dominate, and walk away with this thing like he's done for the last 3 weeks. Even if he finishes in the back, that's just going to be somebody to watch for PD upside. Any of these guys with lots of experience this week, watch how they're practicing. watch how they qualify, look for your value plays. You know, don't take any of the value plays that are starting way up front. You know, if you guys know how to do this, we're now into, what is this, week 17, 18. So you kind of know the breakdown. You know what to do and how to do it. Don't have any real advice because it's a brand new track. Don't have a whole lot of data to go on. We've got practice, we've got qualifying. That's not going to happen until later in the weekend, and I'm going out of town, so I have to get this posted for you guys. If I get a chance and I've got some information, I will do a quick follow-up video, but I will be in the mountains of North Carolina, so I'm not sure how great the cell phone service will be there. So hopefully I'll have enough to get my picks in for the week. But either way, thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching the video. If you find this information helpful, useful, if you happen to win anything by using some of my power plays and tactics and things of that nature, make sure you post some of your wins below, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos, and share with your friends. That's the best way that you can say thanks, or thanks for doing this. And other than that, have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather, at least on the East Coast. It looks like it's going to be pretty nice until potentially the tropical storm comes in. And beware of that. That could push this race a little bit towards Monday. And just keep an eye on the weather. I know that there is a chance for that tropical storm to hinder a little bit of the racing this weekend. But either way, have a great weekend. Good luck. Make sure you let me know if you win anything. See ya.